She accidentally sent me a text meant for her AP, mocking my flaws. So I replied, noted, packed a bag, and disappeared. Now her AP has dumped her and she's desperately texting me apologies. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Hey Reddit, long time lurker here, but I need to get this off my chest. Throwaway for obvious reasons. I'm 34M and this is about my ex. Sarah, 32F. We were together for 5 years, engaged for the last one. I thought we had something solid. I was the loyal type, always putting her first. But looking back, I see how one-sided it was. If you're into those revenge karma stories, buckle up. This one's got betrayal, quiet exits, and a satisfying twist. Let me set the scene. I work as a software engineer. Decent job, steady pay, nothing flashy. Sarah's an aspiring entrepreneur. She started a small graphic design business a couple years ago. I supported her every step. When she wanted to quit her day job to go full-time, I picked up extra freelance gigs to cover our bills. I even moved us to a bigger apartment in the city so she could have a home office setup. Nights, she'd be stressed. I'd cook dinner, rub her shoulders, listen to her vent about clients. I sacrificed a promotion opportunity at my company because it would have meant relocating and she wasn't ready to uproot her business. We're a team, she'd say, and I'd believe it. But over the last year, things shifted. She'd stay out late for networking events, come home distant, always on her phone. I'd catch her smiling at texts, but if I asked, it'd be just work stuff. She started making little digs, comparing me to guys she met at these events. You're so reliable, Alex, but sometimes I wish you'd surprise me more. Or Mark from that conference is so ambitious, he's launching his own agency. I brushed it off as her being stressed, tried harder to plan dates, but it felt like I was chasing her approval. Emotionally, she was pulling away, treating me like a safety net while she explored whatever excitement she craved. I didn't see it then, but I was her backup plan. Then, one Tuesday evening, I'm at home prepping dinner. Our usual routine when my phone buzzes. It's from Sarah. God, Alex is such a bore sometimes. Too predictable. Always playing it safe in bed. Average at best. But you, Mark, you make me feel alive. Can't wait for tonight. Winking face. My stomach dropped. It was clearly meant for someone else. Her affair partner, I guessed. The words hit like a gut punch. All those sacrifices. And this is how she saw me. Flawed, inadequate a stepping stone. I stared at the screen for what felt like minutes heart racing. But I didn't lash out. Instead, I typed back, noted, and hit send. That single word noted was my line in the sand. I didn't add emojis, no questions, no accusations, just acknowledgement. I set the phone down and finished chopping vegetables, but my mind was reeling. How long had this been going on? The text wasn't just a slip. It was a window into her real thoughts. She'd been comparing me, manipulating the narrative in her head to justify whatever she was doing with this Mark guy. I thought about the times I'd caught her scrolling through social media, liking posts from some networking group. Mark was probably that ambitious co-worker. She'd mentioned her boss at a freelance collective or something. It all clicked. The late nights, the emotional distance, the subtle put-downs disguised as jokes. I didn't confront her right away. Instead, I let the silence sit. She must have realized her mistake because my phone lit up again almost immediately. Oh my god, Alex, that wasn't for you. Autocorrect or something. Ignore it. Then another babe, are you mad? It was a joke to my sister about a TV show. Come on. Lies on top of lies. I didn't respond. I turned off my phone and went for a walk around the block. The cool evening air helping me process. Why beg for explanations when the truth was right there? I'd given up so much. Friends I'd lost touch with because she wanted more us time. Family events I'd skipped to help with her deadlines. Flashback to last Christmas. I drove 3 hours in the snow to pick up supplies for her big client pitch while she rested. And for what? To be dismissed as predictable and average? The confusion hit hard that night. I lay in bed, our bed staring at the ceiling, replaying every red flag. The time she'd cancelled plans last minute, claiming exhaustion. But her Instagram stories showed her out with colleagues. The way she'd hype up these events coming home, buzzing about inspiring people like Mark, who apparently got her vision in ways I didn't. It was emotional, betrayal, layered on physical. I had no proof of sleeping together yet, but the text implied it. Can't wait for tonight. That stung. I felt like a fool. Undeservedly cast aside. But anger. Not yet. More like a deep, unfair ache. Why me? I'd been committed loyal to a fault. She was the one abandoning us, manipulating the dynamic to make me the villain in her story. The next day I worked from home but focused on logistics. I started looking at short-term rentals online. Nothing dramatic, just a quiet studio, a few neighborhoods over. I transferred some money to my personal account. Nothing she'd noticed right away since we kept finances semi-parrot. Her business was in her name, but I'd loaned her startup cash. Thousands I'd never see back, I realized. That evening she came home acting normal at first. All smiles. and how was your day? But I could see the smug undertone, like she thought she'd dodged a bullet with her lame excuses. We sat down for dinner, the one I'd prepped the night before, and that's when she brought it up. So, about that text. It was stupid. I'm in it for a friend, venting about work stress. You're not boring, Alex. You're stable. Stable like a reliable old car, not something exciting. I nodded, keeping my voice even. I get it. But inside, the decision solidified. No screaming match, no tears for me, just detachment. I spent the next few days in that limbo, going through motions at work, but evenings packing a bag subtly. Essentials only, clothes, laptop, important docs. I even arranged for a friend to store some boxes. The silence from my end must have unnerved her because she started probing. You're being weird. Talk to me. But I didn't. I let the betrayal breathe. Let the unfairness fuel my resolve. This wasn't revenge. It was self-preservation. By the weekend, I was ready to walk. Flashback to our engagement. I proposed on a quiet hike. Nothing extravagant because she said she hated cliché romance. I saved for months for the ring and she cried happy tears. Now that memory felt tainted, like I'd been her placeholder all along. The confusion turned to clarity. I deserved better than being someone's safe option while they chased thrills. Saturday morning, she was out for a brunch meeting. Code for whatever with Mark, I assumed. I loaded my bag into the car, left a note on the counter, taking some space. We'll sort details later. No drama, no accusations. I changed the locks on my online accounts, forwarded my mail, and drove to the new place. It was a simple studio, nothing fancy, but it was mine. I blocked her on socials, not out of spite, but to cut the noise. Then I waited. She blew up my phone by afternoon. Calls, texts, voicemails. I let them pile up before listening. When she got home and saw the note, the first voicemail was frantic. Alex, what the hell? You just leave a note. Come back. We need to talk. I didn't. By evening, she showed up at my work buddy's place. Must have guessed I'd crashed there temporarily, but I wasn't. Smart move on my part. The real breakup conversation happened 2 days later. She cornered me via a mutual friend's tip-off. I agreed to meet at a neutral coffee shop. No home turf advantage. We sat across from each other, her looking polished as ever. Hair done, makeup on point, like this was just a minor hiccup. Me, calm, composed, sipping black coffee. She launched in right away. Alex, this is ridiculous. Over one stupid text. It was an accident. I meant it for my cousin. We were joking about guys in general. I raised an eyebrow, joking about me, specifically naming my flaws. She waved it off, smug smile creeping in. Come on everyone, vents. You're taking it too personally. Yeah, you're predictable sometimes. Always the same routines, same safe choices. Mark, he's just a friend who pushes me to think bigger. You know, my business needs that energy. I deserve someone who excites me, not just provides stability, but that doesn't mean I don't love you. We can work through this. You're my rock. There it was. The twisted logic justifying her betrayal as my fault for being too safe, comparing me outright to this guy like I was the consolation prize. So, I'm the backup while you chase excitement, I asked evenly. No heat in my voice. She leaned forward, dismissive. Don't twist my words. Life's short. I need passion. You've been holding me back with your average job. Average everything. Mark gets it. He's ambitious. Makes things happen in bed too. Admit it. We've been in a rut. But hey, we can spice things up if you come home. The cruelty landed, but I didn't flinch. Her words were meant to hurt, to make me beg or fight. Instead, I nodded. Sounds like you got it figured out. Good luck with that. Her eyes widened, the smugness faltering. Wait, that's it. You're not even going to argue, fight for us. Why? You've made your choice clear. I'm not interested in being anyone's second best. I stood up, left cash for my coffee. We'll handle the lease and stuff through email. Take care. She grabbed my arm. Alex, you're being childish. You'll regret this. You'll never find someone like me. I'm the best thing that happened to you. I pulled away gently. Maybe, but I'm done. And I walked out, heart pounding, but head high. No outburst, no tears, just dignity. That night, alone in the studio, I let the silence wash over me. The confusion lingered. Why discard someone loyal? But I started rebuilding. Hit the gym, reconnected with old friends, even applied for that promotion I'd passed on. It breathed. Days turned to weeks of quiet reflection, processing the unfairness without her shadow. I wasn't broken, I was free. Months passed like that, quiet, deliberate rebuilding. I got the promotion, which meant better hours and a salary bump. Started hiking again, something I'd given up for her. Team dynamic, made new friends through a local coding meetup. Therapy helped too. Unpacked how I'd let myself become a doormat. Always prioritizing her dreams over mine. The betrayal sting faded, replaced by gratitude. If not for that text, I'd still be in that emotional limbo, feeling like a backup. Then karma started rolling in. I didn't seek it out. Mutual friends filled me in. Neutral updates over beers. Turns out Mark wasn't the ambitious dream guy she painted. He was her boss at that freelance collective. Alright, but unstable as hell. From what I heard, their fling turned into a full affair, quick. She moved some stuff to his place after I left thinking it was her upgrade. But Mark had issues. Mood swings, jealousy, the works. He'd blow up over nothing. Accuse her of talking to other guys. Friends said she showed up to events with excuses for bruises, clumsy, accident, abusive, classic pattern. And financially, he drained her, convinced her to invest in his side venture, which was basically a scam. Her business tanked when clients bailed after hearing about the drama reputation matters in her field. By month 4, he dumped her, ghosted, actually changed locks, blocked her everywhere, left her with nothing but debt from that investment. She tried crashing with friends, but word spread. Our mutual circle saw the screenshots I'd shared quietly, not for revenge, but when they asked why I vanished. They accidental text her breakup justifications, it all painted her as the manipulator. People distanced themselves. No more invites to group hangs. She became isolated, posting vague cries for help on socials that got crickets. Broke too, couldn't afford the apartment alone, so she sublet and moved back with her parents temporarily. Her family, always enabling, probably fed her that it'll blow over line. But reality hit jobless after Mark blackballed her in their network, friends gone, reputation in shreds. It was outrageous how fast it unraveled, but plausible. Cheaters often pick partners as flawed as themselves. I didn't gloat, just noted it as cosmic balance. The unfairness I'd sat with it felt resolved, like the universe correcting her dismissal of me. The outreach started subtle, about 6 months post-breakup. First, a text from an unknown number. Hers, probably a burner app. Alex, it's Sarah. Can we talk? I miss you. I didn't reply. Then emails to my work address. Must have dug it up. Hey, hope you're well. Things didn't work out with, well, I realize now what I had. Apologetic, but laced with manipulation like testing waters. I archived them. It escalated when she involved others. Her sister Jess, always toxic, the type to stir drama, called me at work. Alex, Sarah's a mess. You need to man up and hear out. She's family and you're being petty over one mistake. I said calmly, not interested, and hung up. Then her mum texted, young man, forgiveness is strength. Sarah, sorry. Give her a chance. You're throwing away years for pride. Unpleasant, guilt-tripping, implying I was the villain. I blocked the numbers. By month 7, desperation ramped up. She showed up at my new office building. How she found it, I don't know. Maybe stalked LinkedIn. Security buzzed me. I went down to the lobby. She looked rough hair, messy, eyes red, not her usual polished self. Alex, please let me explain. I crossed my arms, voice steady. No need. We're done. She stepped closer, voice cracking. Mark was awful. He used me. Hit me once. I lost everything. Job friends, the apartment. I see now you were the stable one, the good guy. I was stupid, chasing excitement. Remember our hikes, the engagement. We can rebuild. I'll change. Hypocrisy dripped, begging for the stability she'd mocked. I shook my head. That's your path now. Her tone shifted, pleading, turning desperate. Come on, don't be cold. I need help. Maybe crash with you. Just temporarily. You're doing well. I saw your promotion post, stalking my profiles. Creepy. Not, She grabbed my sleeve. Alex, I love you. This is us. Don't throw it away. Friends had warned me she'd romanticized the past, ignoring her betrayals. I pulled away, take care of yourself, and walked back inside. Weeks later, calls from her main number voicemails piling. First baby answer, I'm sorry for everything. That text was dumb. You're not average. You're amazing. Then escalating. Why ignore me? I poured my heart out. By the third, anger seeped in. Fine, be a jerk, but you'll regret this. I was the best you could have had. Mark was a mistake, but at least he fought for what he wanted. True colors showing, flipping to blame. I saved them just in case, but didn't engage. Her family doubled down. Jess emailed, you're heartless. Sarah's depressed. Broke. If something happens to her, it's on you. Toxic as ever. No accountability for Sarah's actions. A mutual friend, now ex-friend to her, forwarded her rant in a group chat. Alex is spineless. Won't even talk. He owes me closure. Power reversal clear. She was unraveling, lashing out as attempts failed. I stayed detached, focusing on my life. Dates with a new woman, Lisa, who appreciated my predictability as reliability. The emotional shift hit me from confused hurt to indifferent strength. Her desperation, background noise. Finally, she forced an in-person again, showing up at my studio with her mum and toe-pounding on the door. Alex, open up. We need to talk. I cracked it. Chain on. Sarah, please. I'm begging. Life's hell without you. Mark cheated. Left me nothing. I realize your flaws weren't flaws. They were strengths. Come back. Her mum chimed in. Unpleasant sneer. Listen to her boy. Real men forgive. Sarah's eyes flashed anger when I didn't budge. What, you think you're better now? Enjoy your lonely life. I closed the door. Goodbye. Blocked everything after. Her attempts peaked there. Desperate hypocritical, revealing the entitlement I'd missed. The final nail came at our mutual friend Tom's wedding, 8 months after the split. I'd RSVP'd yes, knowing she might be there. Small circle, but I wasn't hiding. I arrived with Lisa on my arm. We'd been dating seriously. Her, a teacher who valued my calm nature. The venue was elegant outdoor garden setup. I was in a sharp suit, feeling good, thriving really. New job title, hobbies, genuine happiness. Sarah spotted me during cocktails. She approached disheveled compared to everyone. Dress wrinkled, makeup smudged like she'd been crying. Alone, no date. Alex, wow, you look great. Can we talk privately? I nodded, politely stepping aside with Lisa nearby. No drama on my end, she launched in voice, shaky. Seeing you here, it hurts. I messed up so bad. Mark was abusive, a liar, dumped me when I needed him. I've lost everything because of my choices. But you were real. Please give us another shot. I'll prove I'm better. Hypocrisy on full display, begging for what she discarded. I met her eyes calm and firm. Sarah, remember that text. Too predictable. Average at best. You needed excitement. Someone ambitious like Mark. Well, you got it. Her face pulled. That was stupid. I didn't mean it. You're not average. You're stable. Reliable. I see that now. Mirroring her words back felt right. Exposing the flip, and as you said in the breakup, I was holding you back. So I stepped aside, built my own life, one where I'm not a backup. I gestured subtly to Lisa, who smiled supportively. This is her. We're happy. Tears welled. But us, the year's irrelevant now. I've moved on completely. You're part of the past. A lesson in self-worth. No sympathy. No, sorry, it didn't work out. Just facts focused on my growth. The power flip was evident. Me thriving, her desperate in a public space where friends whispered. Seeing the contrast, she whispered, you'll regret this. But her voice cracked powerless. I shrugged, doubt it. Enjoy the wedding. And walked away arm around Lisa. Later, Tom pulled me aside. Dude, she tried guilting me into inviting you both for closure. Glad you shut it down. That night driving home, it felt complete ironic justice. Her betrayal, once outrageous, now a faded scar. I was free evolved, her irrelevant sealed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.